Hey, beautiful people, it's your girl T, and I'm back, y'all. It is video 3 of all of my completed coloring book pages. I think I'll have one more video and that series will be completed. I'm gonna try to cram everything into the last video because I have PDFs to share and then some loose pages because if I, destash a book, I would take pages out that I've colored and I put in a binder. So I will be sharing those as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We have the first book is Drum Reese by Maria Trolle. And I've done one in here. Very nice. I love the way it turned out. Very simple. And I like that her books have the black background, so you don't have to worry with it. And yeah, I really like that page. That was Drum Reese by Maria Trolle. The next one I have is Easy Autumn Coloring Book by Coloring Book Cafe. And I have this page here. These are nice pages, or this is a nice book because it's large print and it's easy, if you're just new to coloring, you may not like a lot of details and just want something simple. This is a great book. And that is Easy Autumn Coloring Book by Coloring Book Cafe. Next I have Elegant Beauties. Sorry about the glare. This is a Grayscale coloring book by Elena Lazareva. And I did this page here. Really enjoyed doing this background and the skin tone. That's something that I am not very good at, but I'm learning. And as you can see, I added some sparkle to the page, of course. And that is Elegant Beauties by Elena Lazareva, a Grayscale coloring book. Next, I have a Grayscale and underpainting coloring book, Elegant Faces by Ikuko. And I've done this one here. This one, the paper is buckled because I used water-based medium. And that is Elegant Faces by Ikuko. All right, next, one of my favorite books, Elves in Wonderland. I've only done one, but I really love how I did this page. I really absolutely love this page. You see the gold. I love the color palette. I love everything about it. And this book is going to get more love because I just really enjoyed the paper and just coloring in this book. So that is Elves in Wonderland by Marcos Chen. All right, next we have Enamored, coloring book number 4. This is by Wei Shan Ong. And I have this page. I love the background and the color palette. I don't really like what I did around the eyes, but I just went with it because I was really worried about the skin because I don't do skin tones so well. I'm still practicing. But this is a beautiful page and I really like this book as well. This is Enamored Coloring Book 4, Woodland Creatures, Flowers, Fairies, and Goddesses by Wei Shan Ong. Next, I have Enchanted Forest. And this again is one of the first coloring book series that I picked up when I started coloring in the adult coloring books. And this is Joanna Basford. So I have this page. Just learning what to do with the pencils. Trying to be creative. I love seeing how well or how far I've come. This is the intro page. I used fall colors for the leaves. This one here, which I really like. Use the glitter. This is more recent. Love the pink. You guys know I love pink, so that had to be pink. And this wolf. Really pretty. I did the fall colors again. Kept it simple. Then this page here. I like this one. I love the background. I like the concept I had here. Again, this is in the beginning of coloring, but I would love to redo this. I'm thinking about getting another one of these books just to redo some pages, but keeping these as well. This one was a fail. I ran out of the pen I was using for the background, or the wrought iron, and so I just had to substitute, and I don't like how it turned out, but you know, not every page is going to be a winner. But even still, I love the pink castle and the way I did the trees and the little pink gargoyles. I just don't like the black. I think it just takes away from this page, but hey. But anyways, that is Enchanted Forest by Joanna Basford. All right, next we have Escape to Christmas Past. This is a Good Wives and Warriors coloring book. I did this page here, which I love. I love these books. The paper's great. And you can, you know, it's a smaller size book, so you can finish a page faster. And then I did one other one here. This one I did use water-based medium for the background, and I like the way it turned out. I love the colors as well. Very nice. And that is Escape to Christmas Past by Good Wives and Warriors. Next we have Escape to Shakespeare's World. And this one, I just did this 2 pages here. I love how I did this though. But this is a great book. Again, Good Wives and Warriors has great paper, and drawings are lovely in here. That is Escape to Shakespeare's World. Next we have Escape to Wonderland by Good Wives and Warriors. This one here, I did a water-based background, and I love the colors I chose. Not the execution. It needs a little work, but I still like this anyhow. Oh my goodness. All right, and that is Escape to Wonderland by Good Wives and Warriors. All right, next we have Fadorable, 4 books in 1, 100 Designs by Celina Fennick. And I did this one here. This one I did this one, I think I was trying some new pencils out that were sent to me. And so there is a color and chat or a color along for this one if you're interested on the channel and the playlists. All right, that is Fadorable, 100 Designs by Celina Fennick. Next I have Fadorables. This one's Sweet and Simple by Celina Fennick. And I did this beautiful girl. I love how I did the dress. I used metallics. And I love how she turned out. She's so pretty. Very simple, very cute. And that is Fadorables, Sweet and Simple. Next, I have Fairies, Grayscale coloring book. And this is by Christine Caron. And the first one I have to share is this one here. This is River Fairy. And it's a guy. And I love how he turned out. I don't color very many guys, so this one was pretty fun to do. Then I have this one here. This is Cattail Fairy. I love how she turned out. Love her. She's very pretty. And then I have this one here, Northwind 2 Fairy. And I love how I did this one as well, the background. It turned out really nice. I thought, I'm just looking here, I should have done the border, but that's okay. I still love how this one turned out. And last but not least, this is Bad Hair Day. And I did that one there. All right, and that is Fairies Grayscale Coloring Book by Christine Caron. Next, I have Fairies 2 Grayscale Coloring Book by Christine Caron. And I've done one Maple Tree Fairy, and I love how this one turned out. I think this one I used only Crayola colored pencils, and she turned out really nice. Love, love, love this page. And I did do the border. So, yay! Fairies 2 Grayscale Coloring Book by Christine Caron. Next, I have Fairies and Mermaids, a Grayscale Coloring Book by Molly Harrison. And I've done one in here, which is this one. The dragon and the fairy together. The background, I don't know what pencils I used, but they didn't work out so well on this paper because you can still see a lot of white. So I probably used, I think this is Crayola, possibly. Yeah, Crayola. So I wouldn't want to use those again on this unless I use some Gamsol or something to smooth it out more, but it's still a nice page. And that is Fairies and Mermaids, a Grayscale Coloring Book by Molly Harrison. Next, I have Fairies in Dreamland. This is by Denise Collette. Love her books. Here's the first fairy. Had lots of fun doing that. It's very pretty. Just a little bit of shimmer. Not very much. And then we have this one here, which I love the way I did the clouds and the shimmer and the flower. This one turned out really nice. Really love it. All right, and that one is Fairies in Dreamland by Denise Collette. Next, I have Fairy and Fantasy 2 Grayscale by Christine Caron. And I've only done one in here, which I love. Love this page. This is While Sunflowers Bloom. And I love how I did this. I love her hair color, the way I did her hair, her eye makeup. She is absolutely gorgeous. All right, and that is Fairy and Fantasy 2 Grayscale Coloring Book by Christine Caron. Next, we have Linda Ravenscroft Fairy and Fantasy Art Coloring Book 3. And we have this fairy here called Ivy, and I love how she turned out. When I first got these books, I was not sure what medium to use. This is a more recent one, so I figured out that I like using markers on this paper, alcohol markers, and I think that is Faber-Castell on top, Polychromos, and I love her wings. I just love how this one turned out. She turned out really pretty. I love her. And this is one that I did before I figured out what I wanted to use in here, just testing different things. This one's called Fairy Art Studio. I don't like this because it just wouldn't blend well for me. I don't recall what medium I was using. It was a water soluble medium because the paper is warped, but it's still pretty nice. That is Linda Ravenscroft's Fairy and Fantasy Art Painting and Coloring Book 3. Next I have Linda Ravenscroft's Fairy and Fantasy Art Coloring Book 4. And I did Draco 2. And I love how he turned out. This is all done with pencil and Faber-Castell. Polychromos. I love the way he turned out. And that is Linda Croft's Fairy and Fantasy Art Coloring Book 4. Next, I have Fairy Celebrations by Clara Markova. And I've done one in here. And I did this cute page. Love this page. And love the way I did the dress. Everything about this page is so cute. I love it. And it was a lot of fun to do. Her books are beautiful. This is Fairy Celebrations by Clara Markova. All right, next I have Grayscale Coloring Fairy Companions by Celina Fennick. I've done this one here. Again, too much white showing, so let's see. Don't know which ones I used for that one, but I love the concept of the colors I use, but I don't like the execution because, again, you can see too much white. At this point, I don't think I knew about blending pencils, so yeah. And then this one here was a little quick tutorial how I color grayscale. And so this was just a small page I did here. And that is Grayscale Coloring Fairy Companions by Celina Fennick. Next I have Fairy Magic by Color Questopia. I did this one here. And I did outline with gel pens, different colors. And this one here. Same thing. Different colors in the outlining. And that is Fairy Magic, Color by Number by Color Questopia. All right, next I have Fairy Tale Princesses and Storybook Darlings by Hannah Lynn. And I did this one here. Again, not really sure how I wanted to execute these pages. So you see a lot of white through here. Not very happy with it, but at least I have a second one that I can do it a different way, using the same colors, but using different medium. But I do like the color concept that I have for it. All right, and that is Fairy Tale Princesses and Storybook Darlings by Hannah Lynn. Next, we have Fairy Tales by Emily Lytle Oberg. I wonder if she's going to come out with any more books. That would be so great because I love her art style. I did the nameplate page here. Didn't write my name yet. But I love the colors. This turned out really nice. And then I did this one here, just playing around. And I like the way it turned out as well. And that is Fairy Tales Coloring Book by Emily Lytle Oberg. Next, we have Fairy Tales Doodle Adventure by Ronnie C. Pios. And guys, I do like doodle books. I think they're so cute. I mean, you just look at them and see what the crazy things are happening in the page, and you just laugh. Like, some of these pages are so funny. But yes, I did this one. I used some markers, it looks like, and some pencil. And I like the way it turned out. This is a really cute book. I need to color more of it. But that's Fairy Tales Doodle Adventure by Ronnie C. Pios. All right, next we have Famous Buildings of Frank Lloyd Wright. I loved studying him in art school, and I absolutely had to have this book when I saw it was out. And so basically I look up the actual house to see any pictures of it, and I basically try to color it the same colors. So this was like really fun for me. I really enjoyed the process. So I'm looking forward to doing more in this book as well. And that is Famous Buildings of Frank Lloyd Wright. That is a Dover coloring book. Next, we have Grayscale Edition, Fantastic Beauties by Demita Victoria. It says book 2 at the top. And I did this beautiful girl. Apparently my pen came through what I used. But yes, I did some splatter. I did some gel pen, gold. This is a really fun page. I really enjoyed doing her red braids. So yes, I love it. Love how it turned out. That is Fantastic Beauties by Demita Victoria. All right, next, Colin Thompson's Fantasious Malbook. I did this page here. And I did not do this page because I was like, I'm taking a break, but I did remember to write down the colors because I used Markova, so these are the colors I used, and I'll just carry on over here. And then I did this page here in the back, which I really love. This book is really cool. If you like, you know, intricate stuff or, you know, lots of crazy things going on in a page, this is a book for you. But I love this. I love how I did that chair. All right, and that is Colin Thompson's Fantasies Mile Book. Next, we have Fantasy and Fairies, a Grayscale coloring book by Molly Harrison. And I did this one here, which I love how it turned out. Did this one here. Love this one as well. Use some water-soluble medium. You can see the paper is buckled a bit, but it handled it pretty well. And you can see some metallic on there. Turned out really nice. And last but not least, another one. Again, it's a little buckled from the water medium that I used, but turned out really nice. All right, and that is Fantasy and Fairies, a Grayscale coloring book by Molly Harrison. Next, we have Josh Lee's Fantasy Collection. Love his art so much. Love, love, love it. This is a page that I did for a beautiful friend of mine who passed away called Anne, and we all in the group colored this page as a dedication to her. So I love how it turned out. It's beautiful. And then I did this one here, which I really love as well. Love how it turned out. A little bit crazy over here, but otherwise I like it. That is Josh Lee's Fantasy Collection. Next we have Fantasy Landscapes, Black Background by Color Questopia. This is a color by number. I did this one here. Was so happy that there was pink in this. Oh, I love that. I was like, yes, they know my favorite color. I didn't change the colors. I used what they said. So I was so happy there was pink in that one. And that's Fantasy Landscapes by Color Questopia. Next, I have Fantasy Princesses coloring book by Josh Lee. I did this beauty right here. And I posted on Instagram, and Josh Lee did a like on that one and made a comment. I was so happy and proud of that. Love this page, how it turned out. So pretty. Love it. His stuff, his art is just amazing. Just looking at it without coloring it is beautiful. But yes, this is Fantasy Princesses by Josh Lee. Next, I have Fashion for Girl coloring book by Coco Wayo. I did one in here, which is a recent one. And as you can see, the red is already bleeding. Let's see if it got on that. Yep, bleeding. I don't know what it is with red. But yes, I love how she turned out. That is Fashion for Girl coloring book by Coco Wayo. Next, I have Floating World, Japanese Prince coloring book by Andrew Vigor. And I did this one here. So basically, this book gives you the image here and then a larger image here. So I did a copycat. And I think I came pretty darn close. And I absolutely love how it turned out. So I'm very proud of it. Being able to mimic the painting above. So yeah, that is Floating World Japanese Prince coloring book. All right, next we have Flowers and Gems by Grazia Salvo. Have this one here, and actually, all of the ladies in my group who had this book, we all colored this page. Everyone's looks different. Everyone's is beautiful. And so I had decided to do a YouTube video sharing all of these images and who colored them. So if you want to check that out, it's one of my earlier videos. You you're more than welcome to do that. But this is so pretty. I love how she turned out. And then this one here. Again, this paper feels more like cotton. I can't describe that paper, but it's challenging. So just using pencil. So I think this one I did use some markers to try to help it out a bit. But yeah, I love this book. It is called Flowers and Gems. Next I have Color by Numbers Flowers. And this is by who? Elsie Lennox. And I've colored this one. I love this one. I love this. So pretty. I love how that turned out. And this one here, Birds of Paradise. Very nice. Love it. And that is Color by Numbers Flowers by Elsie Lennox. Next we have Flora by Maria Trolle. And I've colored the butterfly in the front here. And one other page. I think this is a recent one. Yes, this is a more recent one where I did this bunny and practice doing fur. And I love how it turned out, even though his fur is kind of thick. Looks more like a teddy bear, but that's okay. That is Flora, coloring book by Maria Trolle. Next, I have Flowery Dreams. This is by Yampuff. And I did this cute girl. Love her dress. I love that I added polka dots to it in gold and gave her some gold strappy shoes. I love it. It's so cute. All of her images are so cute. And that is Flowery Dreams by Yampuff. Next we have From Holland with Love by Mazja Vandenberg. And I did this page here. Love how it turned out. Used basically all gel pens and gave it a sparkly center. This paper is nice too. And it's a hardcover book. So yes, love this book. That is From Holland with Love by Mazja Vandenberg. All right, next we have Dragonology, the coloring book. And we did the Frost Dragon here. Very, very nice. Love how it turned out. Did some metallic on that. Made it look like Frosty Dragon. All right, and it's pretty cool too when they talk about what it looks, you know, like some things about it. You can do it here. It says here they are usually pure white or white tinged with blue or pink with shimmering scales. Frost have piercing yellow eyes and possess the most remarkable eyesight of any dragon. So as you can see, I incorporated pink and blue and did the yellow eye. So I really like this book because you can get an idea of how to color it if you want, you know. But that is Dragonology, the coloring book. Then we have Dover Masterworks, Color Your Own Impressionist. And these are rendered by, I think, Marty Noble. Yes, Marty Noble. And this one here is, Oarsman, Gustav Calibote. And actually, for this one, I did go online and look up this painting. And I used the painting as a reference. And so I did exactly what I saw in that painting on this page. And I love how it turned out. I think I did a great job on that one. That is Impressionist Paintings, Color Your Own by Dover Masterworks. All right, another doodle book. This doodle book right here, I was supposed to finish one year, many years ago. And I never finished it. So I have a lot of whips in here and I intend to finish this. And this is called Doodles in Outer Space by Irvin Renata. And so I'll show you guys what I completed. I completed quite a bit. So I did this one here. This one. I had a lot of fun coloring it too, because it's really cute. But it just got to be too much with some of the other things that I had committed to, so, but I did quite a bit. Very cute. This book is so cute. I love the concept of it. This one, I love the colors I chose for this one. I try to change it up, like different color combinations, as you can see here. More pinks, blues, purples, and green. So try to do that, you know, just change up the color combination on each page, using only, you know, certain colors, and just doing it on the whole page. Here you have green and pink. I love this one because, of course, it's pink. This one here has neons in it. Very cute. I love it. Another combination I like. Did a more loud or bright, vibrant background on that one. This one here, purple and mauves. Silver. The ice cream cone, the neons on that one. Had lots of fun in this book. Here. This one. I love this one too, the colors. This one as well. Love this one. I did neon, or not neon. I think these were the Milky Pintel, or yeah, these are the Milky Pintel. I love them. On this paper, they work great. Love how that turned out. And last but not least, this was a Crayola Super Tip. My son's Crayola Super Tips. I was like, let me use those markers. And I did this, and I loved how it turned out because he had just like the basic colors. So, but yeah, that is Doodles in Outer Space by Irvin Renata. All right, next we have Doodlers Anonymous Epic Coloring Book. And this is has 90 different artists in it. And I really like this book. I really need to get into it more. I did 2 pages. The first page I'm not so happy with. I tried to do something, it didn't work out. Again, this is in the beginning of coloring for me. So you could see just trying to do things and they don't work. But yeah, anyways, the next page. I love this one. This one was really fun to do. I thought it was so funny. Just looking at all these fish as his beard. So funny. So I had fun doing that one. But this book is really cute. I like this book a lot. But that's Doodlers Anonymous Epic Coloring Book. Very cool book. Great paper. All right, next we have Doodle Invasion. And I think many people have forgotten about this book, but this is a Kirby book, Kirby Rosanas. This is like when it first came out. And I love this book. I did several in here. I have this one. This is where it was more doodly. This one here. This one. Lots of doodles. I love doodle coloring books. I thought this was so funny. I think this one I just did in Crayola pencils. I think so. This one here. Did some Milky pen on that one as well. This one here. It's so funny. Look at it. And this one here, which I really love. I love the background on this one. Turned out really nice. And last but not least is this one. Again, just Crayola colored pencils. Really fun to do. I love this book. It's been, I think, forgotten about, but Doodle Invasion is a great book by Kirby. So That's that. All right, the next one we have is Dinosaur Coloring Book. This is by Color Questopia. Did one, and I like how this turned out. I decided to go with gold for the outlining of this page, and I love how it turned out. It's really nice. That is Dinosaurs by Color Questopia. Next we have Dwelt Under the Lupa Suwasa. And I've only done this page, sadly. Sadly. That's the only page I've done. But hey, that's one, right? Oh, I'm sorry. That's Dwelt Under the Lupa Zufasa by Rita Berman. All right, next we have Desert Muse Coloring Book by Carla Magana. And this page I love. I love the way I did this page. She is so fierce in all of that. I love it. I love the pink, the gold, the fishnet stockings. I love that I used, what is this? Oh my gosh, I forget. But anyways, I used some really cool medium in this page. And I love her. She is so bad, bomb, bad, good. I love it. And I love her books because they allow you to just be really creative and fun. So, but yes, that is Desert Muse, Carla Magana. Thank you, Carla, for your beautiful art. All right, and this is Delightful Time by Tyson, or Tyson. I'm not sure how you say it. And this is the page I did. This is a more recent page, and I love how it turned out. This is a grayscale. Is it grayscale? Yeah, it's a grayscale, but it doesn't say it on the book. This is a grayscale coloring book, so, and I love grayscale. That is Delightful Time by Tyson, or Tyson. Next we have Decora Anime Girls by Coco Wayo. And at first I was like, these books are so busy. But I colored one and I absolutely loved it. Oh my gosh, it was so fun to color this. I had so much fun just like using all types of different medium. You can see she's got like glossy stuff and shiny, shimmery. And she is just all that. Yes. She is so cute and I love all the pink I used. So fun. This was Decora Anime Girls by Coco Wayo. Next I have Dazzling Patterns. This is a black background book. Just did two, used the colors they suggested. Don't like the color combinations so much, but when you want mindless coloring like I did, when I color in these kind of books, it's because I want mindless coloring. I don't want to think about anything. Just do what it tells me to do, and that's why I like these books. And that is Dazzling Patterns, black background. Next, we have Day of the Dead coloring book. This is a Thunder Bay Press coloring book. I love Thunder Bay Press books. I did this one here. Love how this turned out. Dia de los Muertos. And I love the way I did it. Adding pink in there because that is my favorite color. If you're new and you're watching, that is my favorite color. And so love how this turned out. The paper in their books was really nice. But yes, that is Day of the Dead coloring book. All right. Next we have Coco Wayo's Cute Stuff coloring book. And I've done one in here, which are these bunnies, which is really cute. Love it. That is Coco Wayo Cute Stuff coloring book. Next we have Cute Monsters coloring book. This is a coloring book cafe coloring book. And I did this one. Yeah, I love the sky. And he's kind of funny, but this was fun to do. Didn't do much. I don't like the paper, and so I was just having issues with blending, and I decided not to even do anything down here with blending. And so, yeah, but That's Coloring Book Cafe, Cute Monsters Coloring Book. Next we have Cute Coloring Book Cute Coloring Book for Adults and Teens, Adorable Fantasy Animals to Color. And this was a buddy color with my girl, Lavelia. Loved hers, and I love how mine turned out. Very cute. Very, very cute. I love it. Very proud of this page. All right, and that is Cute Coloring Book for Adults and Teens, Adorable Fantasy Animals to Color. Next we have Cute Cats, Color by Number. This is by Sharon Lane Holm. This is a Dover coloring book. This is more of a kid's coloring book, but I like the pages in here, and I like doing these. Well, I mean, I've only done one in here, but I've done some in the other books. But this paper is nice. You know, it's the Creative Haven coloring paper. It is double-sided, but I was able to use Crayola Super Tips, I believe, and do some shading, and I love how it turned out. It's so cute. Very cute. Cute Cats, Color by Number by Sharon Lane Holm, and that is a Dover coloring book. All right, next I have Crowned Fantasy Queens coloring book. This is by Deborah Muller, and I did this one here. I love how she turned out. Very cute. And that is Crowned Fantasy Queens by Deborah Muller. Next we have Enchanted Creatures or Creature Encantante. And this is by Grazia Salvo. I did two in here. I love this book. It's small, but I love the way the images turned out that I colored. This one, I'm super proud of this one. I love this one. She's so pretty. I love what I did for this page. I love her wings and everything. All right, and that is Enchanted Creatures. Next, we are getting into the Creative Haven. So all these books you're going to see next are Creative Haven books. This one is Winter Wonderland by Teresa Goodridge. I did one in here. I love the way it turned out. Very cute. Very fun to do. And that is Winter Wonderland by Teresa Goodridge. Next, I have Vintage Flower Seed Packets. And this is by Marty Noble. Love this one. Aster, Giant Branching Lavender. 10 cents a packet. Very pretty. That is Vintage Flower Seed Packets. Next we have Village Charm. And this is by Teresa Goodridge. I've done two in here. This was a color in chat or live color in chat on my channel. And then I did this one here. I love the way they both turn out. I love her art. It's so pretty. And that is Village Charm by Teresa Goodridge. Next, I have Victorian Houses. And this is also a Marty Noble rendering, I think. No, A.G. Smith. Sorry about that. And this is what I did here. I actually looked up this house. You can look them up. I believe it says on the back. It tells you on the back. The Russell Cooper House, Mount Vernon, renovated. And then I looked up examples of how the house looked and tried to color it the same way. All right, and that is Victorian Houses, an architectural coloring book by A.G. Smith. Next, ugly holiday sweaters. Yes, these are ugly. Very ugly. And I think this is rendered by, who is this rendered by? Ellen Christensen Craft. And I did this one here, this ugly sweater. Oh, very, very ugly, but very cute and fun to color. All right, that is ugly holiday sweaters. All right, next up we have Tropical Christmas. Yes, Tropical Christmas by Jessica Mazurkowitz. And I did one in here, which I had so much fun doing. I did my snowman as Sandman. And I love how it turned out. It's so cute. Very cute. That is Tropical Christmas by Jessica Mazurkowitz. Next we have Still Life. This is by, I think, Diego Jordan Barrera. And this is a color by number book. And I love how this turned out. I love the color palette. As you can see, here is the color palette for this whole book. All the images will have these colors, and I like that color palette. So that is Still Life color by number. Next, I have Spring Scenes by Teresa Goodridge. As you can tell, a lot of my Creative Haven books will be by Teresa Goodridge. I just love her stuff. I did this page here, which was really fun to do. This is also another page in the book as well, a larger page. But that was really fun. And I did this one here, which was also pretty fun to do. All right, and that is Spring Scenes by Teresa Goodridge. Next up, we have Spectacular Spring Scenes, which is a color by number by George Tufexis. He is another artist that I have lots of coloring books by. And this one here I love how it turned out. You can see there is some yellowing from the red again. Yeah, I just don't think they can prevent that anymore. It's just really awful, but yes, I love how it turned out. That is Spectacular Spring Scenes by George Tufexis. Next we have Seashore Scenes by Dot Barlow. I did this one here with watercolor pencils. Love how it turned out. I love my pink house. The sky could be a little better, but you know, with this paper you can only do so much. But yeah, that is Seashore Scenes by Dot Barlow. Next we have Sea Life. This is one of the first George Tufexis coloring books I picked up. And let me make sure, yeah, I think this is. And I used colored pencils for the first time. And although I do like how it looks with colored pencils, to me it just took longer than using markers. And it's not as vibrant as markers, so... but I still like it. So that is Sea Life color by number by George Tufexis. Next I have Rose Windows by Joel S. Irvin. And I have a couple in here. I did the intro page here. This one here, of course, pink. This one I don't like so much. I think the yellow was too dark. But nonetheless, it's done. And that is Rose Windows coloring book. Next, I have Romantic Country Scenes by Teresa Goodridge. I did this one here. This was a live color and chat as well. Very fun. I had lots of fun doing this on camera with you all. That is Romantic Country Scenes by Teresa Goodridge. Next, we have Creative Haven's Norman Rockwell Classics, the Saturday Evening Post. And I think these are rendered by, yeah, this one's rendered by Sarah Jackson. And I did this one here. This is really fun to color. Kept it pretty simple, but it was fun. That's Norman Rockwell's Classics from the Saturday Evening Post. All right, next up we have Mandala's coloring book. And this is not a favorite book of mine. This one might be a destash. We will see. I've only done one in this book, and I've done this one here. This is a very large book of mandalas, and I mean, I love how this turned out. It's really pretty. But these have artwork by both Marty Noble and Alberta Hutchinson. So it's like two books in one, kind of. but that is mandalas. Next we have Main Street Coloring Book by Teresa Goodridge. And I've done one in here, which was a buddy color with my girl, Lavelia. And I love how it turned out. I love my pink house. And I love how I did the sky. Very nice. That is Main Street Coloring Book by Teresa Goodridge. Next I have Home Sweet Home by Teresa Goodridge. And love this page. Of course, it's pink. Love how it turned out. And this one here, absolutely love this one. The color scheme, very fall-like room. I love it. And that is Home Sweet Home, adult coloring book. I'm sorry, Home Sweet Home by Teresa Goodridge. Oh my goodness. Too many books to say. This is Creative Haven's Glorious Gardens, color by number by George Tufexis. And I did this one here, lots of fun. I changed up the colors a bit because I was using Stabilo markers. And so I used the colors they had in there. So if it wasn't an exact match, I found one that I liked closest to it and I used it. And I actually like how this turned out. And that is Glorious Gardens by George Tufexis. All right, next we have Flower Mandalas by Marty Noble. And I did this one here. Mainly gel pens and markers. No pencil work at all. Keeping it simple was actually pretty fun. So I could see myself doing that with more pages in this book. That is Flower Mandalas by Marty Noble. Next, we have Floral Designs. This one's by Jessica Mazurkowitz. That's another person I like from this line, or from this Creative Haven books. So this one, I just did markers, nothing special, nothing fancy. And I love the colors. That is Floral Design, color by number by Jessica Mazurkowitz. Next, we have Fantastical Dragons. This is by Erin Pocock. And I love this page. This is a recent page. I love how she turned out. I love that I used watercolor, glitter watercolors. Very nice. Love it. That is Fantastical Dragons by Erin Pocock. And this book has great dragons in it if you like coloring dragons. All right, next, Entangled Christmas. This one is by Angela Porter. And I did this one here, Holly Jolly. Had lots of fun, kept it simple. Markers and gel pens, pretty much. As you can see. Very nice, very fun. Entangled Christmas by Angela Porter. Next, we have Enchanted Fairies, coloring book. And this one is Barbalanza. So this was a one color challenge. I tried. Don't really like this one, but it's done. And then this one here I did. I did this one much better. So as you can see, this was the beginning. This is a little bit in the middle of my coloring. Still working on how to shade and stuff, but I haven't colored in this book in years. But that is Enchanted Fairies by Barbalanza. All right, next up we have Dogs, color by number. This is by Diego Jordan Pereira. And I did this one here, which is really fun. Added some metallic in the sky for this doggy. They don't tell you what kind of dog it is, unfortunately. So I don't know what kind of dog that is. I wish I did. But that was really fun to do. That's Dogs, color by number. Next we have Creative Christmas by Marjorie Sarnott. And I did one in here, which is this one. All markers. A little shading, but not much. And that is Creative Christmas by Marjorie Sarnott. Next, we have Country Scenes, color by number by George Tufexis. Oh, I didn't mark this one. I did this page here. And this one. This book is really fun. I mean, all of the George Tufex's books are fun to me. This one here. This one here. I love this barn. And I really love this page. I love the way this turns out. Really nice. All right, and that is Country Scenes, Color by Number by George Tufex's. All right, next we have Country Gardens, coloring book by Teresa Goodridge. And I've done this one. Really love this one. This one I got lots of likes on Instagram for. And I love this one as well. And this one, really like the way this one turned out as well. All right, and that is Country Gardens by Teresa Goodridge. Next, I have City Sights, Color by Number by George Tufex's. And I did one in here. This one I had to change up the colors. I added brighter pinks, and I really like how it turned out. I think this page is so cool. I love the neon that I used in it. It just makes it a little different, and I like that. And that is City Sights, Color by Number by George Tufex's. Next, I have Christmas, Color by Number by George Tufex's. And I've done this one here. Really like this one. And this one here. I added a little silver on this one. Really should have, because this is supposed to be a globe. I wish they would have said do like a lighter blue so you could look like a globe. But nonetheless, I do like it. That is Christmas, Color by Number by George Tufex's. All right, Christmas Charm by Teresa Goodridge. I've done one, and I absolutely love this page. I use my glossy accents on the windows to give them that shine, like it's a window. And I love how this page turned out. Love it so much. It's so cute. All right, and that is Christmas Charm by Teresa Goodridge. All right, next we have Cheerful Inspirations by Teresa Goodridge. And this is a more recent page I did using pointillism. And love how it turned out. That is Cheerful Inspirations by Teresa Goodridge. Next we have Cats. And this is by George Tufex's. This is a Color by Number. I did one cat. I don't know what kind of cat that is. But there it is. That is Cats by George Tufex's. Then we have By the Sea, Color by Number by George Tufex's. And I've done this one, which was really fun. I love this page. And I did this one. That's a nice page as well. And this one I did with colored pencils. I don't like the way, I mean, it looks okay. I just don't think it's as vibrant as using markers. But I did use colored pencils on that one. All right, and that is By the Sea by George Tufex's. Next we have Butterflies, Color by Number. This one is by Jan Sovak. And I've done this one with a metallic background. Very large, larger than George Tufex's if you're looking for a larger print, Color by Number. And that is Butterflies, Color by Number by Jan Sovak. Next we have Bizarro Land. This is by Dan Peraro. Piraro. And this is the page I did. This book is so quirky and weird. I love it. So this was really fun to do because I was like, look at this. Why has he got his drawers on outside of a chicken legs coming out? I was just like, what is this? But I thought it was funny. And so I just like this book. I love his art. So yeah, that was really fun. Really fun to do. Bizarro Land coloring book. He is a cartoonist. Check him out. He's cool. All right. Next we have Birds. Color by number. I think this is also by, yeah, George Tufexis. And I did the eagle, which was really fun to do. I love this page. Really nice. It tells you here this is a bald eagle. Yeah, all of them will tell you what the bird is. So that's pretty cool. That is Birds, Color by Number by George Tufexis. All right, next up we have Autumn Scenes by Teresa Goodridge. We have this beautiful page here. I love this page. I love how I did it. I love the drawing. I just love it. I did this one here. Love fall. Anything fall, you guys, I love. I love this book. It's really nice. And then here's a Halloween page. I love how I did the sky. I love how that turned out. I used watercolors up there, you know, and that turned out really nice. I love it. I should have, I think I'm going to go back and color the frame in for these that I did not do. And then I have this page. This one got a lot of likes on Instagram. I love this page. This is supposed to be like my house. My house is the like only yellow house on the block, but it's not this yellow. It's like a lighter yellow and I love it. I just had to do it. I don't have a red door, I wish. My husband's not going to go for a red door, so but I love this page and I love how it turned out. It's so pretty. That's Autumn Scenes by Teresa Goodridge. And we have Autumn Inspirations, Color by Number by George Tufexis. Love this. Love the colors in this one. Very pretty. Had a lot of fun coloring this. All right, and that is Autumn Inspirations by George Tufexis. Next, we have Audubon Birds. This is rendered by Patricia J. Wynn. And I did this page here. I want to say they tell you, but they don't. They don't tell you what kind of birds these are, so I just went with whatever I thought. And that is Audubon Birds. And this is Art Nouveau Designs by rendered by Ed Sibbett Jr. Sorry, Ed Sibbett Jr. And I did this one here, which I love how it turned out. She's pretty. Love this one a lot. This is a great book. And that is Art Nouveau Designs. If you like Art Nouveau. And this is American Landscapes, Color by Number by Diego Jordan Pereira. I have several of his as well, you can see. And I did this one here, which was a nice landscape, easy coloring, and I liked the way it turned out. A little streaky because I used water-based markers, but still nice. And it tells you here, this is Agua Caliente Hill in Arizona. So at least it tells you, which I like, it tells you information about what you're coloring. But that's American Landscapes, Color by Number by Diego Jordan Pereira. Next, I have American Beauties, and this one is by Carol Schmidt. I've only done the intro, the very first one. I like this book as well. I like vintage and, you know, stuff like that. So this is a really great book, and I like how I did that one. That is American Beauties by Carol Schmidt. Next, we have African Glamour, and this one is by Marjorie Sarnat and Sia Slater. And I did this one here. Love how it turned out. I love that I did the animal print. in the print colors, and this one's really nice. Love it. That is African Glamour by Marjorie Sornat and C.S. Slater. Next, we have Cutesy, Coloring Heaven Cutesy Christmas Special. And I did one in here, which is this girl. She is Whimsy Girl Hot Chocolate, and this is by Hannah Lynn. And I love how I did this page, sparkly all over. And I love how I did this so glittery. Oh, I love it. Christmas, guys. Christmas is coming. So excited. Cutesy Christmas Special. And this is a book by, it has pictures from Mariella Budek and Jen Katz, Hannah Lynn, Ruth Sanderson, Razi Sowana Mama, and Liringla's art. Sorry, butchered it. Coloring Heaven, Cutesy Christmas Special. Next. Coloring Heaven, Creatures of the Night Special. Now, many of you guys know I do not really like this kind of stuff. And this is kind of why I stopped getting the Coloring Heaven, is because a lot of the magazines it wasn't my taste. So I ended up giving them away, and I felt like I wasn't getting, my money's worth. So I'd rather just buy magazines that I like instead of being on the subscription. So anyways, I did this page. I love how she turned out. It's not too spooky, not too scary. I gave her purple skin and white hair, and I think it turned out great. It just did a plain black background. Yes, that is Creatures of the Night Special by Coloring Heaven. All right, next we have Cozy Autumn by Sally Berry. I think they sent me this book. And I did this page here, which is really fun to do. I did use some water-soluble medium. The page buckled just a bit, not too much. You can hear it, kind of crinkly. But I like the way it turned out. Really nice. Cozy Autumn by Sally Berry. Next, I have Color My Sketchbook, Greatest Hits by Bennett Klein, number 2. I did this one, the koala. I did this one here. And this one here, which I really like this one. The glitter and stuff. Really nice. That's Bennett Klein's Color My Sketchbook, Greatest Hits, book 2. Next I have Colorful Celebrations. This is a coloring book. This was sent to me by the company. And I did do this one on, I do have a review video of the book. And then I colored in it. If you wanted to check that out, you could. But that is really fun. This was a fun page to do. That is Colorful Celebrations, Holidays and Festivals Around the World by Color It. And the artist for this one is Hasbi Mubarak. Sorry, Hasbi Mubarak. That is Colorful Celebrations by Color It. Next we have Coloring Creative. And this one has different, I want to say this might be Shutterstock. I don't think so though. I want to see. Yeah, it doesn't say, but anyhow, I did this page, which I love. This is all in, this was all in watercolor pencils. Well, here it tells you who the artist is. So it's like one of those compilation books. So it tells you who the artist is and their website at the bottom here. But I love this. I love how I did that. And then I have this one here. She's really sad. This is by Ivy Newport. And I like how that one turned out. All right, that is Coloring Creative Characters. And this is by Northlight Books. And that was an Ollie's find. All right, this is Color Your Own Young Marvel. I love this book. It's so cute. I've done one in here. Yay, she's so cute. I love it. I love this. This is so cute. All right, that is Young Marvel by Scotty Young. We're almost done. Color the Rainforest, an exotic coloring book by Marty Woods. And I've done this one here. This is done in Inktense. Love how it turned out. The paper is great. Didn't buckle. Very nice. That is Color the Rainforest by Marty Woods. Next, I have Black River Arts Color Some Cuteness Christmas Edition. This is a cute book. I've done several in here. I've done this one. I think this is so cute. The little piggy. So cute. The little Christmas mouse with a little bling on the page. Did the little bear. The little bear. And did this one here, the bird with the candy cane. Love candy canes. Peppermint, period. And this cute little bear. I like how this one turned out too. They're so cute. These are fun to do. Very easy and fun. So that's Color Some Cuteness by Black River Art. Next we have Color Odyssey by Chris Garver. And I've done one, which is this one here. This paper is really slick, so finding the right pencil for this paper was tough. So this is what happened, but it's okay. I still like it. All right, and that's Color Odyssey by Chris Garver. All right, Color in Ocean's Mermaids by Duria Kirkasoy, I think. I did the Parisian mermaid, and I gave her a pearlescent shell on her head, and I love it. She is so cute, and I gave her bling on her bra. Yeah, she's so pretty. I love it, and I love the pink hair, of course. That is Color in Ocean's Mermaids by Duria Kirkasoy. That's the grayscale version. All right. So I'm just going to call her Duria Draws. How about that? Because I can't say her last name and I'm butchering it. I don't like doing that. So anyways, this is Coloring Chicks, Grayscale Coloring Book #1 by Duria Draws. And I did this one here, the Fashion Chick, and gave her some bright, glittery designs behind her. I thought that was really cute. Love her colors of her dress. Love that. And that is Color in Chicks, Grayscale Coloring Book #1 by Duria Draws. All right, Manja Gates. Love her stuff too. This is Color My Dreams 2. I did this one, which I love. I did like autumn inspired with some, a little bit of shimmer, not a lot. And this one here, love this one as well. Love how this turned out. Very great book. That is Manja Gates, Color My Dreams 2. This is a grayscale coloring book. All right, next we have Mary Englebright's Color Me 2. And I've done one in here. Love this page. Just sitting on the porch, enjoying, relaxing in the nice, beautiful weather. All right, that is Color Me 2 by Mary Englebright's Color Me 2. Next we have Color Me Stress Free, Asian Coloring Book by Angela Porter. I have several in here. This one. These are fun to do because they're simple, easy. You don't have to do much thinking. Just take some pencils out and color. This was done in watercolors. Can take just a couple colors and just go for it. Love this one. And this one I had to finish it and fix it. But, you know, hey, I don't like it, but it's okay. I use Sharpies. All right, and that is Color Me Stress Free by Angela Porter. Next we have Color Me Inspired by Christina Webb. And I did this page here. I tried to match this up as best as I could, but I love how I did this. Turned out really pretty. Love it. All right, and that is Color Me Inspired by Christina Webb. And last but certainly not least is Mary Englebright's Color Me Christmas. And I did this angel here. And this beautiful doll here. Turned out really nice. I love how it turned out. Sparkly, pretty. All right, and that is it for video 3, y'all. This was a long one, but I hope that you have enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel and you've not subscribed, I would love for you to be a part of the Beautiful People family by clicking the subscribe button. And until next time, y'all, take care.